for an event, which is unbelievable. We're looking at seating over 300 tonight, maybe 350. The Wahlbergs themselves, with many golf tournaments and charity events that they've done. Peter has played in and also starred in Entourage, so his restaurant in Wilmington called Focaccia's. We've done many events there as well with the Wahlbergs, a couple of movie premieres and things like that.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you, with all the work you guys do and everyone does it around here, you know, this thing looks like it's just going to get bigger and bigger. We could be at the Fleet Center in a couple of years, the way that, you know, amount of people and the work they put in. I want to thank you for coming here. This is Danny Brown, owner of Grand Estate Poker, and this is Sports Final Round. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Welcome back to Sports Final Round. I'm Jay Conley with Mariana Muchnick for Status Ride. Maria, tell us a little bit about Status Ride and why you're here tonight.
Well, Status Ride is an exotic car rental company based out of Central Mass. We figured we'd bring something new to Massachusetts. Closest exotic car rental to around here is in New Jersey, so we wanted to bring exotic and luxury cars to the people of New England.
Awesome. Now, what are the cars you brought tonight?
Tonight we'll have a yellow Lamborghini Gallardo here on display. However, we also have a Porsche 911 convertible that we rent. By June, we'll have a nice red Ferrari F430, and then we also have some luxury cars such as Mercedes, Lexus, Cadillac, Escalade, things like that.
Now, do you guys drop them off at people's houses, or do they have to come down to you?
No, we do pick up and drop off, and we also welcome clients that want to come and visit us at our location.
And why don't you mention your location one more time? Where is that?
We are located in Auburn, Massachusetts, and you can check us out on statusride.com.
All right, Mariana, thank you very much for coming on tonight, and we'll see you out there.
All right, thanks so much.
Right, that's from Sports Final Round. We have Bernard Lee, poker star. Right, he's an ambassador for Foxwoods. Bernard, tell us why you're here tonight and what's going on.
Well, since the first tournament that they had back, I think it was '06 at Focaccia, I was asked to come and help out. I actually was the celebrity dealer at the final table. Met Donnie, and Donnie and I have actually worked a little bit in poker. He's a really good player. I met Jimmy there, and have just been part of the tournament since. They asked me, would you be interested in getting involved as it got bigger, and you know, that's a no-brainer, obviously. Help them out, and help the Wahlberg Foundation out is, like I said, just an obvious choice for me.
Great. Now, you also have a new radio show. It's on WBNW, 1120 a.m. Tell us a little bit about that.
Well, it's been going on actually for almost 3 years now. We just moved over to 1120. It's basically the Money Matters radio network that they have. So it's in the Boston area. We've had it for about 3 years now. And, you know, if you can get on podcast as well. But you name the person, we've had them on, from Phil Hellmuth to Joe Cata to Joe Hashem to Chris Moneymaker. For better or worse, they're my friends on tour, so they're more than willing to come on and talk, and we talk strategy, but we also talk how it is to be a professional poker player, and just have a good time. It's a great show and a lot of fun with doing it.
Great, great. Also, I see you are on ESPN, too. Tell us a little bit about ESPN.
Well, ESPN started a poker show. Basically, if anyone has ever watched a Baseball Tonight, NFL Live, they basically utilize that format, and they brought it over to poker. So it's an internet-based show. You can see it on ESPN.com/inside deal, and I'm the host. I always say, if you ever think about it, you watch Baseball Tonight, and you see John Kruk doing the analysis, I'm Krucky, for better or worse. So unfortunately, I hope I don't get as big as Krucky, but that's what I do, and we have a lot of fun. We talk about poker. It's a weekly show during the World Series up until the November 9, and then we kind of go monthly, kind of on our hiatus period. So we're just about to get really back into the swing of things, start going weekly. We'll be out at the World Series covering everything poker, you know, from soup to nuts.
Right now, people are wondering tonight, the players, are you playing tonight? That's what we want to know.
Yeah, they asked me to play. I'm going to host it, co-host it with Donnie, and it should be a lot of fun. But yeah, I mean, I love playing in a lot of the charity events. I do a bunch of charity events during the year, and it's always fun to kind of play in an event like this.
All right, Bernard, this is Sports Final Round. We want to thank Bernard Lee for coming on. Let's have a great night. Thank you.
Welcome back to Sports Final Round. I'm Darren Svensson. I'm here with Pete Shepard. Pete, it's well known that you're an avid poker fan, but every time I keep looking, there's some heavy hitters coming. How do you feel? And actually, what are you doing here?
I got lost. I just stumbled upon the place. But no, actually, no. It's something that Dan Brown, who's one of the organizers of the event, asked me to do it, and he runs Grand Estate Poker, does a great job over there. And of course, you know, Donnie, very familiar with Donnie and Mark and the whole family actually. But Donnie was a frequent caller to WEI when I was there. Always wanted to talk about the Celtics. So and he's one of the few people that can speak for 25 minutes without taking a breath about the Celtics. It's unbelievable. Yeah. So anything to help them out. They're great guys, a great family. So it's a wonderful event to be here and take part in it tonight.
Perfect. How do you feel? You feeling lucky tonight? You think you're going to go 350 players? They said 350 players. That's a lot of people to knock out. Are you feeling confident? Bernard Lee was just on here. I mean, he's a pro.
He is. He is. I feel confident. I've won big tournaments before. I won one in New Hampshire last year on Patriots Day. There were 304 people, the biggest one they ever had there, and took down a 5-figure, payout that day, which is pretty good. I play online. I play like 60 hours a week between online and in person, so I'm used to it. It's all about patience and position. Tonight, it's going to be a little more rapid because of the time frame here, so you might have to be a little more aggressive early on, make a couple of moves than I normally would. But this game is all about patience and position, and I have it. A lot of people don't. So we'll see. I'll take my chances. It's believe me, it's about 25% luck and 75% skill. There's too many of the same people that win too many times for it to be that lucky.
Well, then you're all right, because I think it's 90% luck when I play. If I win, it's 90% luck. Trust me. But listen, I follow you on your Facebook. I've seen it. Yeah. I see you had a nice little Bruins rant the other day. How you feeling about it? Prediction, playoffs or not?
Well, I was so disappointed last Thursday night after the Pittsburgh game, and that was a freaking disgrace.
Terrible.
An absolute disgrace how they performed in that game. And they may have won, like I said in the Facebook page, they may have won a little too many battles, but Pittsburgh clearly won the war, and they outplayed us, and it was just embarrassing. They redeemed themselves a little bit on Sunday against the Rangers, but who the hell knows? I can't figure them out. I mean, I just can't believe there's no leadership on this team. I mean, the times they show it, not enough for me, and I'm not going to blame it all on Claude Julien. He said a few things I totally disagree with, but I've been at practice. I know that he's a Pat Burns kind of a guy. I mean, he really is. He's very firm with these guys. I mean, I think the players deserve 90% of the blame. Somebody needs to step up and take charge of this team. Yeah. And they showed a little more feist. They were a lot more feisty on Sunday against the Rangers. I want to see more of that. Yeah. They have to be more of that. And let's hope they just get in the playoffs and see what happens. But if they play Washington the first round, let's believe that they're done. So.
Oh, of course. Now, were you one of those guys who, on the trading deadline, when it came and went, they didn't really make a big move, or would you think that they were asking too much for that second or third pick that Toronto's going to probably give them?
Yeah, I had mixed emotions about it, but. They went through a period this year. They had the top 3 centers in play for almost 2 weeks, and you expect them to go through a little slump at that time. I still think this team is talented enough to do some damage. Defensively, they're one of the best teams in the league. If you look at it, goals against average, I think they're 1 or 2. They just can't put the puck in the net. They got to finish. I mean, they've got to make shots. Guys like Wheeler and Chara, those guys have got to step it up. The guys who had that scored close to 20 goals last year are not even close this year. So they just need to play like they did on Sunday. Every game. It's going to be tough. This schedule's tough down the stretch.
Yeah. All right, Pete. Let's get to the other team that plays in the Fleet Center. Obviously, the Fleet Center. I still say the Garden too, but I'll tell you. Now, when the season started, we were talking 72 wins, breaking the Bulls record. Now to this. What's your predictions with them going in the playoffs? And just how recently, I know Paul Pierce is coming tonight. Don't worry, he's not over your show, though. We can speak the truth.
I know Paul for one. That's okay.
No pun intended.
I think the Celtics are going to be a dangerous team in the playoffs. I think they're the kind of, they lost last night, but they've won 4 of the last 5, and I think you're going to see this team hopefully get the 3rd seed. You want to keep the Cavaliers. You don't want to be the 4-5 team and play Milwaukee, then have to play Cleveland in the 2nd round. So if they can get that 3rd seed, they match up, I think, pretty well with Orlando. As long as Garnett is healthy, I think they can do a good job. And I just think this team's going to be dangerous if they stay healthy in the playoffs. I would not count the Celtics out just yet.
All right, 2 more. Ready?